Hey there, and welcome to my channel. I'm Crafty Kathy, and I'm so happy and thankful that you stopped in to craft and spend a little time with me today. Boy, oh boy, the Dollar Tree has some brand new styles in their peel and stick wallpaper, and that's what we're going to be doing our DIYs with today. I can't wait, so let's jump on in. Now, I can't start a wallpaper video without showing you what I picked up. The ones with the birds are so beautiful. This marble look is my personal favorite. And then there's this beautiful ensemble. This gorgeous butterfly has really pretty blue accents. And then I love the celery green cherry blossoms. This one is one of the wood looks, and it is different than what they had before. I ended up getting about 20 to 30 pieces of the marble look because I'm going to put it in my personal bathroom. There was approximately 10 new styles. I think I only picked up about 7 or 8. But anywho, let's jump on into the DIYs. On the first one, I'm going to use this beautiful plaque. I found this in Chattanooga at the Discovery Outlet. We go there all the time. They get stuff from like leftover stuff from Target, a lot of that, and a lot of Costco and Sam's Club stuff. I tried my best to get these skis off the front, and I could not do it. So what I ended up doing is flipping it around, and we're going to use the back because it'll work just as well. Now, I made it my goal so that these DIYs would be very easy. Even a beginner can do these, and they're just some ideas and hacks that may get your wheels spinning on what you can do with some of these different wallpapers. I decided I wanted to put like a stripe of color behind this, and I wasn't thinking, guys, this is how you open these, by the way. You pull off that smaller part, then you lay it down, and then you're going to pull the other part as it's laying down. I hope this is making sense. That first part is stuck down, and then you just slowly peel off that other part and it sticks. But I got ahead of myself because I started to paint my little stripe on the top, and you'll see what I did. I decided to grab the color Pedal Pusher by DIY Paint because it matches perfectly with what I'm going to do. And I started to go down the top with just a flat paintbrush, and I realized I was getting some on my wallpaper, and I should have put my stripe down before I put the wallpaper, but I got so excited to get started. That's my boo-boo. If you want to recreate this, just do it the other way. So what I had to do was just kind of pull up the little top piece just enough to where I could get my pedal pusher down and get that color on there exactly where I wanted it. It wasn't a big boo-boo, but hey, we all live and learn. So once I let my paint dry, I went ahead and put that piece of the wallpaper back down, and it stuck beautifully. This has great stick to it, by the way. And we're just going to use one of these wall arts. They're like the little canvas plaques. What I'm going to do is pop that little hanger off of the back because we don't need it. And the way that I like to get mine to stick is to use that permanent mounting tape. I buy that at Dollar Tree, and it's the Super Glue brand. And then all I'm going to do to finish this piece up is to put the little hanger that originally came on it right back in there. This DIY is really just sweet and simple, but it's a way that you can take one of these canvas wall arts from Dollar Tree that aren't very big. They're probably like an 8x8, and make it something more dressy than what it is. I hope you like this one.
She thinks I'm a little lazy. I think she's a little crazy. We like summer and we like spring, watching wrestling in the ring. She ain't shy, she speaks her mind, tough as nails and smooth as wine. We burn hot as kerosene, baby, we got our own thing. She ain't skinny and I ain't tall, and that don't bother us at all. I run naked through the yard, she flash every police car.
My second DIY is probably my personal favorite. We're going to take this old frame that I found at a thrift store for $1.99 a million years ago, and I wanted to do something a little different with this. I opened it up and had to pop all the stuff off the back, and I was surprised when I opened it up that it was just two little old pieces of like cardboard. And you just don't realize when they make our stuff and we spend so much money on it, how it's really made. It's not that hefty, you know? But it did have two nice little pieces of wood that framed it out. For this DIY, I wanted to incorporate this gorgeous bird pattern. I just had to use it some way. But the first thing that I did was just paint the frame. I didn't like it, that like muted gold color that it was. So I used the color called Faded Burlap, and it's by DIY Paint. By the way, if you want to try any of the DIY paint or the IOD, anything that you see me use in my videos, a lot of it I get from Lori over at Milton's Daughter. And I leave her information in the comment section and down below so she's easy to find. We're going to use the DIY paint color called Gypsy Green, and we are going to outline around these two beautiful little openings. Now, I didn't want like a total full coverage. It didn't matter to me if it was or not, but I wanted that gold covered up there also. And I just went around quickly with my Gypsy Green and just kind of framed it out. So what I decided to do was cut down two of these beautiful birds that are on there, and they go so well with that green. And I was dying to use these little butterflies. I got these off of Amazon, and then I'm just going to go around and dry brush with that Gypsy Green, and I love this one.
Well, I wanna take a ride in the wheelbarrow in your mind. Take me all around to the thinking places where you spend your time. Ain't no place I'd rather go. You're a funny little critter and I love you so, man. I wanna take a ride in the wheelbarrow in your mind. I come and sit down with me in a rocking chair. Coffee pot is nice and hot. We can sit in our underwear.
DIY number 3 is really going to help me out on my channel. I grabbed this little round. It can be used as like a small tray, or I'm going to actually use it when I'm painting things. And I'm going to use my favorite one, which is the marble. Now this little thing spins around, which is why I want to use it whenever I'm painting my DIYs. What I decided to do was just lay it down and trace around it. I only paid $1.99 for this at Goodwill, and I am ready to use it, and I desperately need it. And after I traced it out and I cut it down, all I'm going to do is use my fingers to kind of push it in all the way around the corners. Now I went ahead and just pulled the whole back off when I did that, and I really took my time while doing this so that I didn't crease it or mess it up anywhere. And it turned out perfect. I couldn't say any other way except for it turned out perfect. I went really slow with it, and then I used my X-Acto knife to just cut off the excess, and I love the difference that this made. And now I'm going to go along the sides. I realized that the sides were only about 1 inch thick, so what I did was went all the way down on my little paper here, my wallpaper, and I'm just going to trace out my mark, and then I'm going to place it all along the sides to cover those up. I used my finger so that I would know where the very edge was. That's just a personal little hack that I like to use because it helps me. I did want it to hang off the top if there was going to be any excess. That way I could just grab my little sanding sponge and use it. And this stuff is very, very easy to use with a sanding sponge. It comes right off. And when I got a piece all the way around it and I had to stop to add another piece, they butted up perfectly. You can't really tell that there's a dip there. And I like the way it turned out. If you're enjoying this video so far, I would love for you to give me a big thumbs up and give me a comment. Let me know which one of these is your favorite. Those things help out my channel tremendously. And of course, I want you to subscribe and become a part of our family. We always have room for more, and we would love to have you here. But look how simple this was. I just zipped it off with my little hand sander or whatever that thing's called and got off the excess. And then when I was finished, I wanted it to have like a little bit of a black line around it, if you will, just to kind of trace it out or like, you know, make it stand out a little bit. You wouldn't think that that makes any kind of difference, but it did. And I love the way it turned out. Our fourth one is very simple and easy. It's just a little quick hack and a way that I like to use my frames that I get from Dollar Tree. This is a 5x7 frame. And all I'm going to do is open the frame up, take the glass out, and take the back out. Now, you can use that little extra piece of paper that comes in here, which is what I'm going to do. And I just lined it up on the side of my wallpaper so that I would know where I wanted to make my cuts at. And then I just cut it down. Then I'm simply going to peel the backing off of the wallpaper, and I'm just going to lay it right down over the white surface here. I just eyeball it. I never measure or make anything perfect, and it always seems to work just fine. And then I'm going to place all of this right back in the frame. And I always purposely leave the glass off because most people cannot see when I'm trying to show you the end of my project, so I just leave it out so there's no glare. Now, this is a picture of my son. He's 26 now, but this is him when he was little, coming out of a teepee, and it's one of my favorite pictures. It's just so sweet, and it reminds me of when he was little and a simpler time. And I'm just going to take this Dollar Tree mounting tape. It's the Super Glue brand once again, and I put 4 pieces on the back of it, and I'm going to take this small picture and put it in this 5x7 frame, and I think it just makes it stick out a little bit, and I love having the wallpaper as the background. And that's absolutely it for this one. Guys, if you stuck with me through this whole video, I just want to take a moment to thank you. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I hope that you liked my Dollar Tree wallpaper DIY and hack video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment on which one of these was your favorite one. Even if it's just like a heart emoji, those things really help out my channel a lot, and I thank you so much for doing that. Also, don't forget to subscribe and become a part of our family. We always have room for more, and we would love to have you here to chat and craft with us every Monday and Thursday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And also, I'm doing a little poll. There's a lot of people that don't like the longer DIY videos, so I'm just going to add one during the week. It's going to be a series. We'll test it out, where I'm just going to be doing one DIY per video. And we'll just play it by ear and see how that goes. I'll see you soon, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Did you know that you could click on my face right here if you're on an iPhone or an iPad and become a part of our family and subscribe? You sure can, and I hope you do. There's also another video here. If you'll click on that one, it'll take you to that video as soon as this one's finished. God bless you and your families.